Hey friends, it's Rachel. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new, and happy summer, although I guess it's technically early. I don't think summer starts till about the 20th. In the last video, I decorated my dining room for summer, and in today's video, I'm going to be decorating my living room. And I thought I would start out by lighting my mixed berry crumble candle from Antique Candle Company for a little bit of decor ambiance to get me in the mood. Although the scent is mixed berry crumble, it definitely smells like blueberry muffins fresh out of the oven. But before we get started on today's video, I just wanted to share a few things with you. Just wanted to give you a couple little personal updates. I know you guys have asked about the raccoons. I wish I had more of an update for you, but you may remember that my daughter has a friend who works at the Humane Society, so that's why we dropped it off there. And her boyfriend were going to take them to this lady who knows how to care for wild animals. But they spent the night at her house, and by the way, I felt so bad about it the next day. I thought, I didn't even ask her mother because she still lives at home. And then later I said to my daughter, I hope she asked her mom. Oh yeah, she was fine with it. Well, I'm friends with her mom on Facebook, and there was such an adorable picture of one of the raccoons on her lap, and she was bottle feeding it. And I was just like, oh, that is so adorable. And then part of me was like, I shouldn't have given them up, but no, I have to be realistic about this. They're going to get bigger, and they're still raccoons and they're still wild animals. So it really is best to go to somebody who actually knows how to handle them. And on top of that, as I mentioned in my community post, we have a litter of kittens at our house now. Not from any of our cats, because we do fix our cats. A neighbor to my parents had this litter of kittens that was born in their barn, and there was a family of foxes hanging around, and they were worried that the foxes might try to eat them. And so, of course, my kids were begging for the kittens. They've been wanting a litter of kittens for a long time, and the last thing we need around here is more kittens. Although you know how much I would love an indoor kitty, and none of them seem to work that we already have. They all just seem to want to be outside all the time. We drove up there to my parents to get these kittens and the mama kitty, because of course they're not weaned yet. And it was a miracle. It was a miracle that my daughter was able to get the mama kitty, because she is feral, into the cat carrier. She said she actually walked away for a while. The mama was in the area, and the mama willingly went into the cat carrier. She might have had food in there for it, I don't know, but she got back and she was able to close it, and we were able to get them all to our house. So that was a God thing, as they say, I guess. So the mama is really wild. She's never been around people. And so I don't know if I'm going to be able to actually break through, but I'm going to show a clip later of the mama and the kittens. So stick around for that if you're interested. All right, so enough of that. Let's jump right into the decorating, shall we? I know I've shown these sofa pillows, or I should say sofa pillow covers, before in my decor haul and style video, but this white oblong pillow is new from Walmart. I love the softness and texture. I feel like sofa pillows kind of set the stage for the rest of the living room decor. And now I'm going to show you my recent purchase. All right, so here is the end table that I told you about. It's from Amazon. It's unfinished. That is how it came. And the reason it's still unfinished is because, you know how bad I am with decisions. I haven't decided if I want to paint it or if I want to stain it. I'd love to know your thoughts. But for now, I am still going to decorate it because that's what I do. So, and of course, I'll link it if you're interested. All right, so let's do some decorating on it. I'm starting off with my steeple lantern, and I will try to find a link for you if I can. It is from Amazon. And then I have this picture of my parents, and I'm also just going to put some coasters here. And then for the bottom, I just have a couple of these coffee table books, and on top of that, I'm going to put a bird. I think birds make great year-round decor. So I want to give a little disclaimer here. When I'm filming a video like this, it takes me about 8 hours. I don't know if it takes everyone that long, but I am a perfectionist. And because my dog is shedding so much this time of year, I vacuumed 3 times during the filming of this video, but you might still see some dog fur. You're the reason my carpet is so bad. It's a good thing you're cute, huh? It's a good thing. Yeah. I will come back to decorating that coffee table. However, I wanted to show you how the pillow arrangement turned out and how everything looks so far. And then I wanted to show you this recent purchase from Hobby Lobby, this lamp. It was in their spring decor this spring, and it was around $60. I don't remember the exact price point, but I do really like how it looks. I've been eyeing one like this from Kirkland's that was around $200, so I was really pleased to see it for such a good price. And then I hope you don't mind my sharing this vintage photo of my grandpa Fred and his sister Amanda. It was taken in 1929. He was 14 in this picture and she was 8 years older, so I guess what would that be, 24? And I just feel so blessed to have this photograph, especially because it's in near perfect condition. And I did know both of them, both him and her. And now moving on to this side of my living room. So we recently gave this shelf a complete makeover. It used to be cluttered with books, and that's because it looked really hideous and I was mostly just trying to hide it because it was just so beat up. The shelves originally just ran the whole length of it, so it was just really hard to decorate. And now that we have new shelves and a new paint job and it's divided into thirds, it's just going to make it so much nicer and tidier looking. So I'm pretty excited about decorating this new space, well, new to me space, especially considering if you look at the layout of my living room, the couch faces this, and so I am not going to miss that cluttered looking bookshelf.
There's a new day to take away your sorrow, and the old ways get washed out by the rain. Darling, you've got to keep holding on through the night, 'cause I promise you
This vintage set of books is a series called The Book of Life, and I think I have all but maybe one in the series. They originally belonged to my grandma, and they have some Bible stories in them and also some pretty nice pictures.
just for a bit. There's a new day to leave behind your troubles. There's a new day and it will set you free. There's a new day.
Although grouping books by similar color looks more attractive, I can completely understand how impractical it is if you prefer to arrange them by category, especially if you have a lot of books, but in this case I don't, so I think it works. You may recognize this canvas. It was in my dining room video on my hutch. I have a different one on my hutch, which I'll show you in a bit. I purchased this book from Amazon probably 2 years ago, and as you can see, it is completely blank. And to the top of that, I'm going to add this greenery. Now, I feel like I have to give a little caveat here because this came from Target. And if you've been following me, you know that it's been just my personal conviction not to shop there. However, the company recently made some policy changes, and because of that, I have cautiously begun shopping there again.
Just for a bit. There's a new day. It is waiting for us. There's a new day waiting round the bend. There's a new.
If you're looking for a children's Bible book that covers all the major Bible accounts, I like to say Bible accounts rather than Bible stories because they are real accounts of history. EGERMEIER'S is probably my favorite because it's biblically accurate without a bunch of fluff. It's perfect to read for evening devotions, or if you homeschool, you could even use it for your Bible class. And there are questions in the back of the book for each story, but yeah, I highly recommend it. It's been around for decades. My grandma had one. I was really excited to find that they're even still in print. And I can't remember if I found that one from CHRISTIANBOOK.com or from Amazon. Maybe they both have them, but I can try to find you a link if you're interested. Right after I put this faux greenery plant here, I decided that I had too much greenery on the same shelf, so I decided to do a little bit of a switcheroo, so that's what I'm doing right here. I was trying to space out my greenery somewhat evenly. I'm not sure if I did that very well, but in just a second after I finish this last little section, I'll show you how the complete shelf turned out, and I'd love to know what you think. Off camera, I added just a couple more books to that last little stack because I thought it needed a little bit of height, but there's the completed bookshelf. I pretty much used what I had. The only exception to that, and you may have guessed it, was that horse head there on the far left. I purchased that from eBay with the supreme purpose in mind of using him on this bookshelf, and I do like how he really completes the look in my mind. Now, as promised, I'm going to show you what I replaced that picture with that I took off my hut in my dining room. So here is the picture that I have. It looks like a little village with like cottages. It kind of reminds me of maybe Ireland in the 1840s. I don't know if that's what it is, but that's what it makes me think of. In just a second, we'll head back into my living room because I want to show you my fireplace. You might remember we did a little bit of an update on it, so I have been really excited to share that with you. Here it is. My husband gave it a couple of inches like on the bottom. He added some wood to the bottom and then added like another board to beef it up just to make it look more grand. And then of course I painted it. I really like how it turned out. And so even though it's not a built-in fireplace, it's only electric, but don't tell anyone. I'm just hoping that at a glance it could maybe pass for a built-in fireplace. Okay, moving on to the coffee table. If you recall, this was a recent marketplace find that I painted, and I'm just going to keep it super simple here and add a couple of coffee table books. That one, Call It Home, is Amber Lewis's most recent book, and I like it, but to be perfectly honest with you, I like the previous one that I bought from her better, and that one was called, I think, Made for Living. And then, of course, you can't go wrong with a vase of flowers. That vase is from Anthropology. And then I'm going to finish the look with a bowl to put in our remotes. And I think that completes the look. I'll just give you one last overview of how everything looks from all the different angles.
Side by side we sway there in all the colors. Some love.
And speaking of love, here are the sweet kitties, just bundles of love. And if you recognize it, now you know what happened to my old dining room curtains. They were in the thrift pile, but I made better use of them. And my daughter did a little kitten photo shoot, so I'm going to show you what those pictures look like. And then I'm going to show you Mama Kitty, who was not happy at all to see me. She stays up here in the corner whenever I come in the room. She wants nothing to do with me. So what do you think? Do you think I'm ever going to get Mama Kitty to like me? I kind of doubt it. I don't know. She's been feral for a long time. She's just the way she is. I mean, I'm going to try, but all right. That's all I have for you today. If you're interested in all things home decor and homemaking and a little bit of animal life, I'd love it if you would subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And don't forget to give this video a like. That really helps my channel, and so I appreciate that. Thank you for doing that. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and as always, stay thankful.